Welcome back, everybody, to our continuing live broadcast of the 777X first flight. The airplane took off at 10:09 this morning from Payne Field. It's been flying around the skies of Washington for the last 4 hours, and you can see it here on final approach at Boeing Field in Seattle.
Yep, let's just watch that airplane land. Very first landing of the 777X. Cheering for it. Beautiful landing.
Beautiful takeoff, beautiful landing. So for the last 4 hours, the airplane, the pilots have been exercising the XXX's systems and controls as part of a detailed test plan.
Yeah, let's take a look at where the airplane's been flying today. We took out of Payne Field.
Oh, let me stop. They're looking. Wingtips are folding right now.
Oh, yeah, that's
thank
great.
You. Look at those wingtips folding up.
That's great.
And Ted, that's automatic?
Yeah, on landing it's automatic. They get below 50 knots and the wingtips will fold.
Very cool. So as I mentioned before, this is the map of where the airplane flew today. We took off from Payne Field, went over to the east, did some testing up there, as Josh mentioned, about 4-hour flight. And then the aircraft has come and landed here at BFI. Just watching it roll down the runway.
Yeah, these are beautiful images. So we'll just tell you, as you watch this video, you have Josh Green, Emily Sanchez, Ted Grady, one of our Boeing test pilots here. Ted, looking at that map and seeing the flight path, how did they choose that?
Mostly it's determined by weather and airspace. We have some agreed upon routes with air traffic control, and we want to get away from a busy arrival pass into Seattle. So generally it's northern Washington going east-west, and that's generally what they did. Stayed out of the arrival pass, and then tried to stay at a convenient place for our chase airplane to be able to drop into Moses Lake, refuel, and then come and catch them without wasting a lot of time or fuel.
We saw a little circle around what looked like Mount Rainier. Is that like a bonus for you guys?
I think that's probably an essential part of every first flight. Get a hero shot in front of Rainier.
Can you tell us a little bit about what they've been doing in the air for the last 4 hours?
Yeah, sure. After initial takeoff, as we spoke yesterday, assessing the state of the airplane, doing some systems checks, having the chase airplane look them over, make sure everything's looking good, and then they just work through their test points in that first flight test plan, and then they hit a point where it was time to come back based on fuel and time in the air, and they really accomplished everything they needed to for this flight.
And Ted, can you share some of what you were doing after takeoff today and monitoring what the airplane was?
I was in the telemetry room just listening as all the smart folks in there were monitoring the airplane and tracking the flight. It was good to hear we have radio communication with the pilots, and listening to Van and Craig. They're very pleased with the way the airplane behaved. It behaved as expected. It kind of validated the initial validation of some of those pre-flight simulator sessions where we practice this profile.
And both Emily and I have seen this airplane a lot in our jobs here at Boeing, and seeing it take off this morning, we both had chills. What was that moment like for you?
It's exciting. It's been a long time coming, and we're all excited to see it get in the air. And it's really, like I said, the start of the flight test program. So it's the kickoff. We're ready to get going and start testing.
Very cool. So for people who might not know on the webcast, the aircraft is taxiing now down Boeing Field. Can you give us a little taste of where it's going and how it's getting there?
Yeah, sure. So it landed on runway 14 right, and it cleared it. I didn't catch it. It cleared at the last taxiway before that. Now it's just coming up the parallel taxiway Bravo, and it's going to come to the north end of the taxiway there and then turn into Boeing Field, and then they'll get tugged into parking.
So there were some comments online. People were asking about kind of the differences between yesterday and today, why we were able to take off today versus yesterday. I know you touched on that a little bit with us on the air, but just for folks on the webcast who maybe didn't catch that, can you explain a little more about the winds and the ceiling? And
sure. Yeah, what a difference a day makes, right?
Yeah.
The weather today was consistently, the winds were below 10 knots, like 5 to to 8 and kind of swirling around out of the west. So we certainly were within our weather parameters, and it made it for a nice takeoff and had the ceiling of visibility for Chase to be right there for the airborne pickup, which is great. That's what we want.
So where do you guys go from here? What's the next phase of testing after today?
Yeah, we'll continue initial airworthiness testing, clear the envelope, and that'll eventually allow the full test crew to be on the airplane, all the engineers in the back, and then we'll work into our Boeing development testing, do all the systems testing, performance, and through the whole program, and then we'll bring the FAA on, and that will be certification testing when they're on board.
So we had talked a little bit yesterday, as you just mentioned, about having the engineers in the back of the airplane. Today it's just the pilots, right, for this first flight?
That's right. The first few flights are just the 2 pilots. And that's by design. We always want to be as safe as possible. Not that it's more or less safe with more people on. You just don't want to expose more people than you need to.
Makes sense.
Van Cheney, our chief 777X pilot, in the left seat in the flight deck today, and Craig Bombin, Boeing's chief pilot, in the right seat.
That's right. Yep, Van did the takeoff. I didn't see who did the landing. I expect he did. And then they both traded off and had some time flying the airplane to assess airborne.
They must have been having some fun out there.
Yeah, I'm sure. If you summed up today, I'm sure they had a great time, and a sense of relief to just get started with the next phase of the program. It's great. Now we can all get to work on that.
Wow, I just love watching that airplane taxi down the runway with the wingtips folded up.
Yeah, it's
a shot of the pilots.
It is a good looking airplane. A little longer than the 777-300ER. Engines are a little bigger around.
It's getting closer to us. We are on the north side of the field. It's coming to the hangar here. So we're waiting to see this bird any second.
Yeah, I think the plan is for them to stop just short of turning in here, and they'll shut down there and get towed in. You can see the crew with the tug at the very north end of the taxiway.
Up, and there she is.
Right there go the air stairs.
Wow,
Okay,
you know.
Ray, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome.
We're going to get a chance.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. What an exciting day. We're going to get a chance to hear from the pilots here in a little bit. So Emily and I are going to make our way to the airplane to see what it was like flying the 777X for the first time.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. You know, Josh, just one more point to make. We've said throughout the whole program that this airplane will fly when it's ready, and today was such a perfect day for that, and clearly she's ready. So it'll be exciting to hear from the pilots.
Yeah, definitely. Take off at 10:09 a.m., landing at 2 p.m. this afternoon. We'll see you guys next time.
And there they are. Captain Dan Chinley, 777X Chief Test Pilot. You see there on the left, Mike Bauman, Chief Pilot of the Boeing Company.
Making their exit from the airplane after the first flight. And now they'll be greeted by some of Boeing's executives. CEO of Boeing Commercial Airplanes, Stan Deal. Greg Heislop, the Chief Engineer of the Boeing Company and Senior Vice President of Boeing Engineering Test and Technology. And Josh Binder, the Vice President and General Manager of the Boeing 777X program.
Let's just watch this moment, enjoy it. Such a proud moment for the employees of Boeing. pilots are going to come down the stairs and greet their family. Always a special moment to watch. This always gives me chill.
The rain picking up here a little bit at Boeing Field, but nothing's going to stop the excitement today.
True Seattle fashion.
Absolutely. What a special moment. Congratulations, Van.
Thank you, thank you. Such a fun day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Van and Craig, we just wanted to get your
Hey,
thoughts.
thank you.
Seeing it on the ground today
Yeah.
gave us chills.
Yeah,
Tears
yeah.
in your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
What was it like being on the airplane?
I'd still be flying if they'd let me. It was so much fun. I kid you not. We flew around Mount Rainier. The airplane was solid. The airframe was great. It was so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, airplane was amazing, and it outperformed any expectations we ever had. So, just an amazing airplane. Flies beautiful. We were excited, like Van said. We didn't want to come back. They made us because we were running low, you know. So, but just a great airplane, and really excited to get this program going and get this airplane out in service.
That's awesome. Yeah, we
Yeah.
suspected you guys were having a little fun out there.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. Got some
So, what's next for the 777X?
Well, we'll go do more of this. We'll start Tuesday. We'll do some inspections today, and then Tuesday we'll start flying again, and we'll just keep flying from here on out for the next 9 or 10 months. Yeah.
absolutely.
So, yeah, that's pretty much what we're up to.
It's awesome. Yeah, make use of every moment you have on this.
Yeah.
We know you guys want to celebrate, but we're going to nerd out. We want to selfie with you guys in the airplane.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
as we say
absolutely.
goodbye,
Yeah.
we're going to say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today from all of us here at the Boeing Company.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Thank you for going on this adventure with us. See you guys later.
All right, buddy, go, come on.